Hey there, movie lovers! Today, we're diving into 10 underrated sci-fi films that you might have missed, but definitely shouldn't. These are the kind of movies that leave you thinking long after the credits roll. They combine mind-bending concepts, emotional depth, and stunning visuals that will stay with you for days. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's jump into the list. Number 10. Possessor 2020. Possessor is not your average sci-fi thriller. It's a dark, disturbing film directed by Brandon Cronenberg. Yes, the son of the legendary filmmaker David Cronenberg. The story follows Tacy Voss, an assassin who uses high-tech brain implant technology to take control of people's bodies and carry out hits for a secret organization. However, during one mission, something goes wrong, and she starts to lose her grip on reality as the lines between her identity and the body she controls start to blur. The film is visually striking, violent, and full of psychological tension. It's not a movie for the faint of heart, with its unsettling atmosphere and complex narrative. What makes Possessor stand out is its exploration of identity, control, and the psychological toll of living inside another person's mind. If you love Black Mirror-style stories with a darker edge, this one's for you. And while it didn't gain widespread attention, it's one of those films that lingers with you after watching, provoking deeper reflections on technology and personal autonomy. Number 9. Ash 2025. Ash is one of the latest entries on this list, and it's a prime example of atmospheric sci-fi horror. The film opens with Rhea, a lone survivor who wakes up on a desolate alien planet, only to find that her crew has been mysteriously murdered. With no memory of what happened, she's left to survive in a hostile, isolated environment. The only other person she encounters is Brian, a mysterious man whose intentions are unclear. Is he there to help, or is he part of the nightmare? Ash blends the tension of survival thrillers with slow-burning paranoia. As Rhea's memory unravels, so does the truth behind the murders. The eerie silence of the setting only adds to the tension, making it a nail-biting watch. If you enjoy sci-fi films that focus on the fear of the unknown, Ash is sure to send shivers down your spine. It's a film that keeps you guessing and never lets up on the claustrophobic atmosphere. Number 8. The Matrix Resurrections 2021. After over a decade of waiting, Neo is back in The Matrix Resurrections. But this time, things are even more complex and layered. The film opens with Thomas Anderson, who's now a video game developer plagued by strange dreams and visions. The twist? These dreams might not be so imaginary after all. When he reconnects with Trinity, who doesn't remember their previous life, the world as they know it begins to unravel again. Although Resurrections doesn't carry the same groundbreaking impact as the original trilogy, it's an intriguing exploration of nostalgia, memory, and free will. The film plays with the idea of the Matrix's digital prison and introduces fresh philosophical questions about identity and the illusion of reality. Fans of the series will appreciate the callbacks to the original films, but it also offers a new perspective on the saga. While it didn't receive the universal acclaim of its predecessors, Resurrections is a thought-provoking installment that deepens the themes of the Matrix universe. Number 7. Oxygen 2021. Imagine waking up trapped inside a cryogenic pod with no memory of who you are and your oxygen supply slowly running out. That's the premise of Oxygen, a gripping French sci-fi thriller that takes place almost entirely within the confines of a high-tech pod. The protagonist, played by Melanie Laurent, is trapped in this tiny, suffocating space with only a malfunctioning AI for company. As she tries to piece together her identity and understand why she's there, the movie spirals into a race against time, where every second counts. The whole movie unfolds in a single location, but don't let that fool you. Oxygen is a tense, fast-paced ride. The film masterfully builds suspense and gives viewers just enough to keep them on the edge of their seats. The emotional and psychological journey of the main character is intense, and by the end, you'll be holding your breath alongside her. Oxygen is one of those movies that makes you realize how powerful a single setting and a strong performance can be. It's minimalist yet impactful, with a satisfying payoff that ties everything together. Number 6. Brightburn 2019. We all know Superman's origin story, the alien child who becomes the world's greatest hero. But Brightburn flips that idea on its head. What if a child from another world crashes on Earth, but instead of becoming a hero, he becomes a monster? This film presents the story of Brandon Breyer, a young boy with extraordinary powers who discovers his abilities but chooses to use them for evil. Instead of saving people, Brandon's powers drive him to hurt and terrorize everyone around him. Brightburn is part superhero movie, part horror film. It's a chilling exploration of the what-if scenario, asking what would happen if someone with godlike abilities chose to use them to harm rather than help. The film is packed with creepy moments, and its tension builds to a terrifying climax. It's a different kind of superhero story, one that'll make you rethink the idea of power and morality. Number 5. Prospect, 2018. Prospect is a slow-burn sci-fi western set on a toxic alien moon. A father and daughter land on the planet hoping to strike it rich by mining valuable gems. However, things go wrong, and they find themselves caught in a battle for survival with dangerous scavengers. The father-daughter dynamic is the heart of the film, and their struggle to stay alive in a hostile environment gives the movie an emotional depth that is rare in sci-fi. The film's aesthetic is one of its strongest points. It's gritty, grounded, and feels like it could exist in the same universe as classics like Alien or The Mandalorian. The world building is detailed, and the practical effects make the alien landscape feel lived in. Prospect is a character-driven story that captures the essence of survival in a hostile world. It's a film for those who enjoy thoughtful, slow-paced stories with great world building and an emotional core. Number 4. Mortal Engines, 2018. From the creators of The Lord of the Rings, Mortal Engines is an ambitious sci-fi adventure that's set in a future where entire cities move on giant wheels and consume smaller towns to survive. Yes, London has now become a predator city. The film explores a dystopian world where cities on wheels are constantly on the move, scavenging and consuming smaller towns to fuel their insatiable hunger. While the movie didn't perform as well as expected at the box office, it's visually stunning. The concept of mobile cities is unique, and the steampunk aesthetic gives the film a distinct retro-futuristic feel. The action sequences are grand, and the world building is detailed, offering a sense of a vast, imaginative universe. For fans of epic storytelling, Mortal Engines is a must-watch for its creative world and action-packed narrative. Number 3. Colossal, 2016. This is probably the weirdest movie on the list, and in the best possible way. Anne Hathaway stars as a woman who's spiraling out of control in her personal life. She returns to her hometown, only to discover that she's somehow psychically connected to a giant monster that's wreaking havoc in South Korea. At first, it seems like a ridiculous premise, but the movie goes much deeper than you'd expect. Colossal is a brilliant mix of sci-fi, comedy, and drama. Beneath the bizarre concept is a story about emotional trauma, self-destruction, and personal growth. Hathaway gives a stellar performance as a woman trying to figure out how to regain control of her life, while literally controlling a massive monster in the process. The film is quirky, heartfelt, and surprisingly insightful, tackling issues of addiction, control, and personal responsibility in an incredibly unique way. Number 2. Finch, 2021. Starring Tom Hanks, Finch is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi drama set in a world devastated by solar flares. The story follows Finch, a dying inventor who builds a robot to take care of his beloved dog after he's gone. As they journey across the desolate landscape, the bond between Finch and his dog, as well as his relationship with the robot, becomes the heart of the film. It's a touching, emotional tale about legacy, survival, and the bond between humans and technology. Hanks delivers a powerful performance, showing his trademark emotional depth and vulnerability. The film is quiet, intimate, and packed with heart. It's a beautiful story that explores what it means to leave behind something meaningful, whether it's through technology or through the connections we form with others. Finch is a sci-fi film that focuses on the human element, making it one of the most underrated gems in recent years. Number 1. Life, 2017. Finally, we wrap up with Life, a terrifying space thriller starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, and Rebecca Ferguson. A team aboard the International Space Station discovers a new life form for Mars. But things quickly go south when the alien, named Calvin, proves to be intelligent, fast, and incredibly deadly. As the crew tries to contain the alien, the suspense builds to a fever pitch. The film keeps you on the edge of your seat, with tension that increases at every turn. Life is essentially a modern version of Alien, but set in space with an intelligent alien that's even more dangerous. The movie doesn't shy away from the horrors of space exploration, and the ending will leave you speechless. It's a gripping space thriller that deserves more recognition. And there you have it, 10 hidden sci-fi gems that deserve way more attention. Which one are you adding to your watch list? Or have you seen one that blew your mind? Let us know in the comments.